Roy Salstrom is still fighting the effects of the first Gulf War, 20 years on. The former soldier suffers from arthritis and post-traumatic stress, but he had to battle for 5 years to get any form of compensation.
I feel I've been hounded, I feel I've been treated unprofessionally through my medical conditions. They're not, it's not a fantasy where I've come up with these medical conditions. The information is there from my doctor and specialist that I've ended up with these conditions. But all these conditions appeared while I was still in the forces.
In the closing days of the Iran-Iraq war, Iraqi forces used chemical weapons to gas up to 5,000 Kurds. 3 years later, before British forces drove Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait, soldiers were given a series of vaccinations and pills to protect them against a similar attack. Roy still has a record of the injections he believes caused his current conditions.
I've suffered with irritable bowel, aches in my joints, gastro reflux, and after serving in the Gulf with post-traumatic stress disorder. So where else would these conditions come from if I was reporting these conditions as early as 1991?
Today it's thought at least 9,700 British veterans suffer from Gulf War-related conditions. Symptoms include chronic headaches, depression and breathing problems. 2 decades on, charities believe they should be given more support.
Treatment-wise, well, they've had 20 years of fighting, and although some are on war pensions and some are on benefits, a lot of them are still fighting not only the benefit system but the illnesses that they have.
The Ministry of Defence says any veteran can have a medical assessment and can receive compensation under its pension scheme. The government's been accused of failing to recognise what's become known as Gulf War syndrome. It does say, yes, some former soldiers are still suffering from their service, but it says research shows that there's no illness which is specific to Gulf War veterans. But many, like Roy, believe the vaccinations are behind their illnesses, and this anniversary is a reminder of how long it's taken for some to be compensated. Amy Lewis, Sky News.